Hello and welcome to Microspot Interior's video tutorial on the cursor options. Cursor options offer the choice to control the snapping of items in the scene, making the alignment of objects easier. I am going to show you how to control the snapping in your scene and what each of the cursor options do, as it is important to understand when each of the options should be used. I have selected cursor options from the inspector palette and disabled all snap options. Moving this object will show that the object can then be moved around freely. If I wanted this object to snap to the middle, that is the midpoints of other objects, I need to turn on snapping and enable snap to midpoints. Then moving this object into alignment, the snap lines will then show the object snapping to the middle of other objects. Also, if I wanted the object to snap to the bounding box, that is the outside line of other objects, I need to disable midpoints, enable snap to bounding box, and then again when aligning you'll see that the snap lines will show this object snapping to the bounding frame of other objects. Turning both these options on and aligning the object, the snap lines show that the object then snaps to midpoints as well as the bounding box. Now when wanting to align with walls, with snap to inner wall turned off, the object would only snap to the exterior wall, that's the outer wall. But with snap to inner wall turned on, the object will then snap to the inner wall as well as the outer wall. Now this is good for those objects that generally get placed on walls. Now finally, when aligning two objects together, with multiple snap lines turned off, the only snap lines visible are the snap to midpoints and the snap to bounding box, depending on what options you have turned on. Whereas with multiple snap lines turned on, the snap lines available show perfect alignment of two objects. Now when wanting to disable snapping, the quick way to do this is to deselect the enable snapping checkbox, and this disables all of the snap options. Being able to control the snapping through the cursor options makes the distribution of items around the scene a lot easier. At times you may find it easier to work with different types of snapping, or even have no snapping on at all. This is what makes being able to alter the cursor options a valuable feature.